Hey, Dave here again with Solhome, and I thought it might be neat to do a little video about what happens when you request a proposal from us. So of course it starts with, a tablet, and we have some really powerful software in here. We use Aurora Solar, which we found to be really good with helping us to design our systems with really predictable results. So we're going to start the process by asking you for your utility bill, and that's going to be your SDG&E bill, or if you live up in Orange County or anywhere north of us, that's going to be your Edison bill. And you might ask, well, why do we need that? Well, that bill is going to give us a lot of information about your historical energy usage. And we want to design a solar system that is going to produce enough power over 12 months to basically cancel out that usage. And that's how you save money. So once we get into the system, we put your address in here, we get your consumption, which you can see here is entered by month, and the system goes ahead and populates it in here so we can get a view of how that energy is used throughout the year, and we can look at it in numbers as far as how much your bill is, or in kilowatt hours, which is the energy usage, of course. So then from there, we're going to go to design. Coming right up. All right, so there it is. We have a model of your house. And we make this model. It's important to make a fairly accurate model for a few reasons. We want to make sure it's facing the right azimuth. Azimuth meaning, north, south, east, west. Each degree in that azimuth is important because depending which way your panels face, they're going to make more or less power. We want to face them as south as possible, okay? Also, the tilt of the roof plays a factor. So if it's more tilted or less tilted, it's going to produce more or less power throughout the year, depending on the tilts. More or less tilt may or may not be good, depending on which azimuth it faces. So from here, I want to put the panels on the most south-facing roof, which looks like it's going to be this garage roof. So I'm going to come to insert panels. I'm going to choose my modules, as we call them in the industry, and we're going to add our inverters. So we really like the IQ8A inverters that pair really well with 400 watt modules. I've noticed some of our competitors aren't doing that. They're using a little smaller output inverters because, well, they're cheaper. But we want to give you the best value system that's going to put out the absolute most power over 25 years. So I'm going to go ahead and manually place these so I can get a whole bunch along there. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to change the orientation of these because I think it'll fit better if we do a landscape here. So I'm going to switch these around, move that over. I'm going to actually move one of these down here, and then we can add more down there. Boom. Oh, didn't do my thing again. There, we'll do that, and we'll do this time. I can actually choose it here. Here we go. That'll be easier. Boom, boom. That one doesn't want to fit. Oh. So I'm going to get rid of those. We are going to move that over, and we'll do one more there again. And that's it. Okay. Voila. Boom, done. Okay, so what we can do now that the roof is populated with panels, we can run a simulation. This is the fun part. So if we come up here, we're going to run simulate, and it's going to actually run a 12-month simulation. And actually, this is really cool. It actually shows the sun moving through the sky 365 days a year and runs a simulation. It also accounts for shade. You'll notice there were some trees on there that we drew. Those are actually site-accurate trees. And I'll show you actually the LiDAR, which is basically laser radar from planes flying by that give us a really good accurate topology map. And that's how we can get those trees and the shading accurate. Now, luckily, this house really doesn't have any problems, and the trees are out by the street, so it's not really going to impact the shading of the array. Now, after running that savings, there you go. It's going to do just about 5.5 megawatt hours per year. It gives you your annual, or rather your monthly production compared to what it was before solar, and then how much the solar is going to produce to offset that. So you're gonna rack up some credits in the summer here. As you can see, the solar production is much more than what you're consuming. And that's good news because you're gonna end up using it back in the winter months where the days are shorter and the sun's lower in the sky. But luckily, net metering works on a 12-month period. So rack up the credits, use them later, cancel out, you're good to go. So after that, you know, the other nice thing about the system, we can simulate different roofs. This one's pretty straightforward because it seems obvious to me. We're gonna use that south facing roof, but we could show the customer if they have any questions about what might be the best roof to put the panels on, we can run some other simulations. So let's put it over here on this roof that's facing more west, and let's simulate that. So remember, we had 123% offset on this one. That means 123% more production than what you used over those last 12 months, okay? So we're gonna simulate this now, facing more west. All right, and then look, we're down to 109% production. That's a lot less, so we're not gonna put them on that roof. So we're gonna put them back over to the south roof, and I think we're just gonna leave them there. So that's how we determine our design. From there, we give you your full proposal, all the equipment, warranties, everything listed, and then if it's something you think you wanna do, we'll come out and do a site audit and actually check out site conditions to make sure it's accurate to what the system predicted. If you'd like to see what your house looks like in our software, give us a call, visit our website, or message our page.